Hi, and welcome back to my channel. If you feel like you've got a lot to say, but somehow you ain't saying anything, well, you might be suffering from overwhelm. I understand, because I've been there. Imposter syndrome. But there's a monkey that keeps telling you that you need to learn one more thing. You need to take one more course. You need one more tool, equipment, resource. If that's you, keep watching. Hi guys, my name is Miss MOJO, and today happens to be the 1st of July. I know it's that time of the year where we know half of the year has passed and we've got another 6 months to play with. Well, not necessarily play with, because if you're lagging behind, you set some goals at the beginning of the year and you haven't quite hit them, well, you've got 6 months to make that right. And I would actually suggest to you that you set a 12-week goal starting from today. Yes, so come September, you would actually have achieved quite a bit more. Definitely, we do feel like we don't have enough, but that's not true. Come on, if you've reached the age of 50, 60, even 40, you've learned enough, and being able to share what you know with others is a great way of solidifying your knowledge. In fact, teaching somebody else what you know, studies have shown that they're able to help you even improve more, and it focuses you on learning the right amount of material or the right thing so you can make it easier for those that you're going to teach. A 2014 study actually showed that those who taught others are more likely to retain information and understand it much better. Now, as a lecturer, I understand this, but when I do my research and read, I'm way ahead of the students. So by the time I'm teaching them, it is my second foray. And if you're somebody who loves learning, and I know a lot of you out there do, then you need to purge. Yes, you need to share this information with others, otherwise you get constipated. And remember, when we're sharing information, we can get paid. Digital products, creating a course online, doing one-to-one mentorships with those who are seeking your knowledge, skills, and experience. So, what is stopping you? You only need to be one step ahead of those that you're teaching. So what can you do today to make that happen? You can sign up for my business creation toolkit, which takes you through everything you need to know, covers the myths that are stopping you, including the imposter syndrome, includes a one-pager that would help you to identify your skill set, the knowledge, and what you can actually turn into a digital product. So those kind of things are your SWOTs, your strengths, what you enjoy doing, things you've developed over the course of your years of working for somebody else, things that people come to you and ask you about. These things can be turned into courses, mentorships, ebooks. And remember, especially when you leave content online, we're in a digital era. People are going to come looking for the kind of knowledge and skills that you have long after you've gone. So let's make an impact, especially if you're from a community like mine. The Yoruba elders often say that when an old man or woman dies, a library practically burns to the ground. And that's true, because we don't leave enough stories. And even when we tell stories, how do we feel about those stories? So yeah, sometimes we could tell a story, but what's our interpretation of that story? What do we want our descendants to feel about us? What do they want us to know? I know that my grandparents, I wish they talked about their experiences, how they maneuvered life, especially in the times, the crazy times of slavery, because I know my grandparents, my great grandparents that I met would have been able to pass those stories on to me, but they didn't, and they weren't able to write it. So please, in this digital age, make sure you're leaving your digital footprints for your beneficiaries, your dependents, so they get to understand how you experienced life through your own eyes, through your own experiences. So if they're looking for a way out, they can see that through you. Success leaves clues. So I'm urging you today, begin to think about the next generation, your children, your grandchildren. What do you want them to know about you. You can begin to document that, writing about it or coming on YouTube and talking about it. What lessons have you learned in your life up until this age? What lessons? What can you throw down? What can you share with others in your community that can help them maneuver their lives? I'm actually thinking of one that I can share with you now that has helped me, and that is, if you have a goal that you want to achieve that is close to your heart, don't share it online. Don't share it with everybody. Just share it with the few who can help you achieve those goals. Achieve your goals in silence. I don't care what that goal is, unless you're making money off it. Losing weight, buying a house, buying a car, moving countries, going on holiday. Let people see it after it's done, especially those milestones, because it's not that people are negative, although, yeah, there are some detractors out there. Don't let's kid ourselves. It's just that sometimes it takes the steam away, and sometimes you do get some negative energy, and it sometimes creates doubts in you. Let people know after you've achieved. I've been sharing this since I was probably a teenager. I remember I used to tell my late brother then, and this was when we were in our 20s, that listen, don't share your goals. Keep your goals, close to your chest. Share them once they've happened. Only share them with those who are going to help you to get there. Nobody needs to know. Nobody needs to know the real you. People are going to talk, and even if you show them the real you, they'll still doubt it. So be you. That's another thing. Be authentically you. Don't try to change. I've tried to change in some ways, but it doesn't work because you're not being you, and you are the only one who can be yourself. Every other position has been taken, so be yourself. So anyway, as we go into the last 6 months of the year, I'm imploring you, any goals, come on, get them out. And if you've been watching this channel, motivation doesn't work. You have to build habits. Some of the habits I have: when I wake up in the morning, make my bed, brush my teeth, and do my exercises. Those three, nothing changes those at all. And then I get into my day. So whether that's creating content, speaking to my clients, speaking to some of those who help me behind the scenes, getting on with admin. But I like to do my creative work in the morning, and in the afternoon I do admin. So my phone is mostly on do not disturb during the day, and then in the evening, if I like, I can turn it on and receive calls. But that's another thing. Try and make sure you're not too accessible, otherwise you will not achieve your goals. You won't be able to. To achieve goals needs implementation, and implementation needs quiet spaces, boundaries. Because if everybody keeps coming in, then you're not focused on your goals, are you? You're focused on the distractions. So let's make it happen in the next 6 months. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm on a goal to reach 1,000. So please help me on that journey, and good luck, and I'll see you around.